Hiya, hope you're having a lovely day, enjoying the sunshine. Wanted to talk to you a little bit today about how to improve your life, how to make yourself feel better, and how to connect with others. I think one of the biggest difficulties we have in life is the inability to connect with others in a meaningful way. And this is something that's massively important, and it's something that's overlooked and neglected a lot of the time. We find that in this life we're told that competition is the best way to be. It's the only way to success. Compete against others. Be the best. But it's a false way of thinking. It's a bad way of thinking. It doesn't help the majority. It helps a very, very, very small minority. Sometimes it feels that life has been one giant epic disappointment. From the beginning, bad childhood, worse adolescence, then the tedious, mind-numbing and exhausting world of work. Rocky, if not downright terrible relationships, aging, infirmity, health issues, etc., etc. Life can be stressful, to say the least. All sounds really bad, and the horrible truth of the matter is that many, many people have experienced this throughout their lives. No wonder they're depressed. We're also fed a false sense of hope on a consistent basis with advertising, promotions, magazines, pop stars, you name it. We're given this image of what we're supposed to be like, of the wealth that we're supposed to have, yet the majority fall short of anywhere near that. And this causes, again, a conflict internally of, why am I not making it? How come someone else can make it and I can't? Am I doing something wrong? Is there something wrong with me? Blah, blah, blah. And all of these things lead to depression. Life is touted in books, magazines, social media and multiple other mediums as being an adventure, an amazing ride, an exciting journey where you'll make many friends, meet lots of wonderful people and have a fulfilling and enjoyable life. Ending up with a guy or girl of your dreams, 2.4 children, and eventually being able to retire happily to somewhere warm and lovely to spend your yet latter years in relaxed happiness. Sadly, this is seldom the case. This is the advert. The reality is more like a lottery. The few make it and flaunt the riches and happiness they have gained as a sort of carrot before the horse, always showing what could be if only you work a bit harder or simply strike it lucky. Unfortunately, as with the lottery, people's experience shows that very few actually win, and the vast majority are left still hoping and praying that they will someday be able to retire from the constant demands of monthly bills and the stress of work in order to have a decade or so of peace before they eventually pass on. What a terrible way to have to live. To slave away your entire life in the hopes you might have 5 or 10 years of peace before you pass. What about contribution? What about encouragement? What about the skill sets that people have? I remember hearing someone turn around and say, did you know that the next Einstein, the next Oppenheimer, the next genius is more than likely in Africa? But because they don't have any of the privilege that we have in the West, because they don't have any of the education systems and because they don't have any of the outlets for it, it goes uncharted to the point where they become left behind, lost, and don't get to contribute something spectacular and fantastic to the world. We have so much that we can give, so much inside. Yet this spirit of competition that we're told to foster negates all of that and allows 1 out of 100 or 1 out of 1,000 or sometimes 1 out of 1,000,000 to actually make it, to be Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Bill Gates or whatever. The whole system is wrong. It's backward, it's damaged, and it's damaging to us. Privilege, look at privilege. It's been proven to be a huge contributor to success in life. Were you born in a first, second or third world country? Did you have 2 parents growing up? Were they lower, middle or upper class? Did they teach you anything as value as you grew? Was your schooling pleasant and informative? Or was it terrible? And so on. The list of prerequisites in order to achieve the dream of a perfect life is astronomical. And as such, only a very privileged few ever make it a reality. The rest have to make do with whatever they can manage to scrape together over the years. And they're almost always living under the threat of having their homes and possessions taken away from them because they may fall short of certain monthly payments. So whatever you've managed to scrape together, whatever you've managed to garner, you're constantly worried that someone's going to take it away from you, that a bailiff's going to turn up at your door to reclaim some debt or another. This is not the way to live. Much of this has to do with the current world system and even the previous world system. The system encourages competition, drive, ambition, intelligence, academia, confidence, and often a lack of a moral compass as being prerequisites for success. Sadly, as in most competitions, only the winner receives any prize. In any sporting competition, there can only be one winner. Though there are many participants, only one person will actually get the prize and the financial reward, along with the attention and the accolades that go with it. This system can only work in sporting events. When applied to everyday life, what it means is that the 99% will lose out and remain poor and unrecognised, while an infinitely small minority will get to achieve success and the rewards that go with it. The whole system is wrong. It needs to be changed, and we need to change how we think about it in order for it to change. Instead, what we need is a system that fosters cooperation, teamwork, building others up, helping them achieve success, helping them achieve greatness. We need to look at others not as our competition but as our equals. We need to see the gifts that others have as a complement to our own, not something to be jealous of. If we learn to work alongside others who have skills that complement us, skills that we don't have, then as a group we will begin to achieve so much more than we could ever hope to as individuals. I remember what it was like being in a band. I played the guitar and sing. But without a bass player, without a drummer, without a lead guitarist, and without other instruments, there is no band. It's a solo act. And don't get me wrong, sometimes being a solo act works well, but it's so much more fun when there's other people involved, and you can get so much further and you have so much more input, and it's so much more pleasant. Why try and do it all on your own? Don't do it all on your own. Do it with other people. Look for like-minded people. Look for those who have skill sets which complement your own. In the same way that a single instrument sounds nice, but when it's joined by many more, the sound created is vastly more complex and beautiful. Likewise, when we work, create and play in the company of others whose skills complement our own, we all grow exponentially. And when we nurture one another and build each other up, encouraging each other to be the best we can be, loneliness falls away, depression has no foothold, and success is attained far more easily than when we struggle alone to be the best. Connect with people, talk with people you don't know, find others with similar interests to you. Get out of the house and experience working, creating and enjoying the company of others. Search for those with similar goals. See if there's some way you could contribute. Be a part of a positive group and you will see massive changes in the way you feel and act. We're only alone if we choose to be. The world is filled with billions of amazing people, all of whom have different and wonderful skills. Most are caught in the competition mindset trap. But with a little encouragement and some good conversation, you could find yourself working and creating alongside some fantastic new colleagues and potential friends. Have a fantastic day. Stay blessed.